All right, don't go anywhere. Give me 8 minutes and I'm going to give you 8 books that you can read in a day or two. These are short books, all around 200 pages. One that's really technically a short story for when you just don't have time to read a big book. Maybe it's because of the holidays. Maybe it's because it's just a busy season at work, because your kids have a million different sports games. Either way, I've got you covered. And make sure to stick around to book 8 because it's not one that you're expecting and it is one that you absolutely should own and you just need to. All right, let's get into it. So if you're short on time, but you're still looking for an escape, I've got 2 book suggestions for you. The first is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is by far one of the funniest books I've read in the last 12 months. It is pure escapism, as in the first few pages, Earth blows up and you follow Arthur Dent's travels through space as he meets some very interesting characters, including but not limited to a depressed robot, bizarre alien politicians, and a whole host of other oddities out there in the galaxy. This book is lightning fast, it's laugh out loud funny, it's wildly clever, it's the perfect book when your brain is just fried and you just want to have some fun. And you're gonna have some fun. Maybe for escape you would prefer more magic than mayhem. Then I would suggest The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis, which chronologically is the first book in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Many people have read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but not as many have read The Magician's Nephew, and it's wonderful. You follow 2 kids as they stumble into a totally different world. They witness the end of one land, they awaken the future White Witch, and they get to witness Aslan singing Narnia into existence. It's pure wonder and warmth and wisdom. It's short and timeless and full of just Lewis's classic style to draw you into the story. And it's perfect for rediscovering that childlike awe that sometimes we lose. Also, it's a fantastic book to read to your own kids or to your grandkids because they're gonna love it. But even if you read it on your own, I think you're gonna love it as well. Now, maybe you're looking for a book to help you get in touch with your feelings, to make you feel all the feels. Then I would definitely recommend And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Fredrik Backman. Just be prepared, you will definitely feel some things because this book hits with some emotional force. It follows a grandfather who's slowly losing his memory as he's having conversations with his grandson. And part of the story actually takes place in the grandfather's mind as he talks and interacts with his deceased wife. Yeah, lots of feelings. But it's so tender and poetic and beautiful and strangely hopeful. And because it feels so honest, it just connects in a really deeply human way. You will feel things and you will finish it fairly quickly. And then you will sit there with your feelings. And then you'll probably want to text or call someone you love, which I don't think that's a bad thing. For something a bit heavier and haunting, I would recommend The Vegetarian by Kang. Kang is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors that I read. The Vegetarian is a surreal and really unsettling novel. It follows a woman who refuses to eat meat after she's had a nightmare, and then essentially all the consequences and kind of the ripple effect of that decision on the people around her. Somehow that choice spirals into obsession, violence, and even transformation. The interesting thing is that the story is told through 3 different perspectives, but none of them are from the main protagonists, which gives the story this really eerie and uncomfortable feeling throughout, but still wildly engaging. At just under 200 pages, this book will also make you feel some things very different than our last book, but it's also a story that I think will be pretty unforgettable for you. And I think a book that might be polarizing, but might also be one that you end up recommending to a lot of other people. And on that trend, I have 3 more books that I think when you read them, you will want to sit with and you will probably want to talk to other people about it. The first up is Annihilation. This is a short novel that feels like you're walking into a dream that you have no idea how to interpret. You follow a team of women who are sent into a zone or an area, Area X, as nature begins to reclaim this area, but very mysterious things that don't seem to really make sense begin to happen. It's just a place where everything kind of feels off, and reality is almost slippery. It's super atmospheric, it's really puzzling, it's deeply imaginative, and surprisingly challenging. This is the first book in a series, and the entire series is fantastic, and each of the books is fairly short, but they stick with you, and they make you think, and the writing is superb. They made a movie of this a few years back, and it was fine. The book, a million times better. Now I'm gonna cheat, because our next one is technically a short story, but it's a short story that I don't understand why more people haven't read, because it is deeply profound and really upsetting. It's The Yellow Wallpaper. Basically, the setup is a woman is forced into rest therapy and locked in a room with yellow wallpaper where she starts to see images in this wallpaper as her mind begins to wrestle and grapple with the reality of not only what she's in, but what is being done to her. It's short, like really short, like I think 25 pages, but it is a true masterclass in psychological dissent, as well as a commentary on women's agency and the dangers of ignoring someone's voice and silencing someone's voice. It's a quick read that's like a punch in the face. It's fantastic, and you should read it. And you should also read this next book. And this is another book that I'm almost irritated that more people haven't read. I Who Have Never Known Men. 40 women are trapped underground with zero explanation. Then one day the guards vanish, and they emerge into a completely empty world and they have to figure out what to do. Let me be honest, this book is bleak, but it's also really philosophical and I found wildly mesmerizing. It asks huge questions about identity, nature versus nurture, freedom, what makes life meaningful, and it's all told from a single perspective of a girl who has grown up knowing nothing else and nothing different. What the author manages to do in just 200 short pages is not just dystopian and thought-provoking, it is lyrical and beautiful and so worth the read. I don't want to be demanding, but go read this book. Go buy it, go read it, go rent it. Can you rent books? I guess through the Libby app. You know what I'm saying. But read this book. It might be a little strange, but it feels so deeply human and beautiful and really kind of unforgettable. Now, before I get to the last book, which I don't want to say is my favorite book, but it is another one that you should absolutely own, make sure to put down in the comments below what are some of your favorite short books that when you just don't have time, you know you could reach for it or you did reach for it and it was just a wonderful read that then you ended up telling more people about. All right, here's my last book, and I'm not kidding. You should own this book, so go buy it. Oh, and I have all the links for the books below if you do want to buy any of them. This is by far one of the funniest books I've ever read in my life, and it's not at all what you're expecting. It's called The Field Guide to Dumb Birds of North America. It's a snarky, illustrated field guide just completely roasting all the birds we know or that we see. And by roasting, I don't mean cooking, although the story does cook. It is so incredibly funny. And all of the illustrations are a little bit off kilter and a little bit not perfect, which just adds to the humor and the absurdity of the book. It looks at the loud birds, the rude birds, the birds that you go, oh, why are you like this? The commentary is brutally honest and hysterical, and it is the perfect pick-me-up for when life is just stressful or when you're weighed down and your brain is tired and your heart is tired, you don't have any more emotions and you just want to laugh. I promise you, get this book. There's also 2 other books that are equally as funny, but I'm just going to highlight this one. But I'm telling you, you won't regret it. And if you have a birder in your life, this is a perfect gift for them. Unless they're super pretentious and don't have a sense of humor, and then they won't like it. And then I would say get it for them anyway and say, hey, lighten up a little bit. I will also say, I wouldn't let your kids read this. There's a lot of adult language and a lot of adult humor in it, but just buy it. Just go get it. I believe in you. All right, that's it. 8 books in 8 minutes. As always, my name is Topher. Stay curious, read deeply, and I'll see you in the library. Get the Birds book. Just get it. Caw-caw.